There are so many stories of regret here. Mine is not a story of regret, but of relief and of gratitude. To this day, I am grateful that I had a choice. Don't get me wrong. It is not to say that I didn't struggle, that I didn't second guess, that I didn't agonize over the decision. This is my story. I had been in an abusive and codependent relationship for 5 years. It was on again, off again. At the time, I knew it was slowly killing my self-esteem and seeping away at every last ounce of my confidence, but I struggled to leave. First love and infatuation are sometimes too easily confused and completely intoxicating. I left all my good sense behind. I compromised who I was. At the end of April 2005, I was finishing university. I had an anxiety attack and found myself sobbing in the women's washroom, paralyzed and unable to deliver the final presentation that was required for me to graduate. I skipped the presentation. I failed the class. I don't graduate. I am pregnant. I am all alone. Although my good friends quickly turned the car around on their weekend camping trip when I make the call, they bring M&Ms because, well, they don't know what else to do. Honestly, neither do I. M&Ms are seemingly the logical response. I have a choice to make. I call the potential father-to-be. We need to talk. Because what else are you supposed to say in these situations? Ironically, he will later tell me he was in the middle of watching Teen Mom Marathon. So sorry to interrupt. He sees 3 pregnant women on the way over. He knows before I tell him. My mind was made up before he arrived. I will have an abortion. Why? I can't afford the child. I don't want a child at 22. I have plans to move across the country. I have dreams of a career with an international organization. Motherhood is not for me, at least not right now. And if I'm telling the complete truth, a seed of doubt was continuing to grow. I didn't want to be connected to this man in a paternal capacity for life, and maybe not in any capacity at all. That was all in the back of my mind as this man reaffirmed my decision. His response to my announcement was, I'm supposed to fly to Thailand in 10 weeks. Do you need me to stay for the appointment? I say no. I should have said yes, but I felt I shouldn't have had to ask. The day of my appointment, my mom wakes me up early. She shows me an article in the paper, National Anti-Abortion Day, 100,000 people protesting on Parliament Hill. I am police escorted into the clinic. A picture of an aborted fetus is shoved in my face. I am crying, but I still know that I am making the right choice. I cry the entire time in the waiting room. You can know that you're making the right choice and still be sad. It's hard. It's okay. I cry even harder when I have to decide to check the box that indicates yes or no. Do I want to find out if it's twins? I've always wanted twins. They give me drugs to calm me. It's all a blur, except for the nurse squeezing my hand. I am so grateful for that stranger's reassuring grip. 2 squeezes, and it's over. Ushered into a recovery room. The tears I'm crying now are tears of relief. Gratitude floods me. For the first time I look around, this clinic is clearly underfunded. I am sure the doctors and nurses are paid very little, but they just gave me something priceless back. Freedom, agency, choice, and control over my future. Thank you. You think it's over, but there is one more instance worth mentioning. When I'm waiting to be picked up by my mother, I go to the fast food restaurant below the clinic. The protesters have dissipated, and I need something to eat. I still have a ball of cotton taped into the crook of my arm where they put in the IV. As I wait in line, I see 3 girls about my age whispering to one another. One girl approaches, gestures to my arm. "You should take that off. People know about the clinic upstairs." I'm sure she meant it with the best of intentions. I turn to her and say, people should know about the clinic upstairs, and there is no shame in exercising choice. My own words catch me by surprise. I keep the bandage on. Anonymous.